And there we go. Um, so my job today is simply that I put this together, and I think this is a good time. And we have a window of opportunity until the midnight on the 11th to secure our place and to help other people secure their place as influencers and influencer pros. So I want to do whatever we can today to help our teams see what the opportunity is to get them busy. And we kind of took off like a jet, and it's slowed down some in recent weeks, probably picking up again because we have a new deadline. But my mother told me a long time ago that you got to strike not only while the iron is hot, but you got to strike until you make it hot. So we've got a window and we've got an opportunity, and just wanted to get some updates from some of the top guys in the business. And so I'm going to introduce first. I'm going to introduce Paul. Paul Myhill is the inventor of Protandem and the founder of LifeVantage. And I'll let him tell you, but Protandem's done close to $3 billion in sales, and it would never have happened if it wasn't for Paul. So he's got a really unique understanding of the marketplace and of nutraceuticals and the connection between Shopley and the products that he's bringing to the marketplace. So take it away, Paul.
Well, thank you, John, and thank you, everybody. I know this was very short notice. I think we're probably doing this for the recording, so thanks, John, for hitting the record button. For those of you who have joined us here on short notice, we just want to give you a quick update and encouragement with everything that's going on with Shopley. I couldn't be more pleased, even as we have allowed more time here for some of our international markets to allow to get those folks upgraded. It's given us an additional opportunity here. I know John wants me to speak more to the products right now that I'm bringing to the table. Yes, thank you, John, for Protandem. Mentioning Protandem. Protandem will always be my baby, will always be a big part of my legacy. But you have to understand that science is 20 years old now. I started putting that formulation together in 2003, 2004. We released it in 2005. We've learned a lot since then. Human wisdom has doubled multiple times since then. And so the new product, Stellamar, is an improved version of that product being an antioxidant response element activator. I know you hear the terms NRF2 or NERF2, but that's the messenger. That the target is the ARE, the antioxidant response element, and the defense and repair mechanisms that are upregulated because of that. Stellamar does that with an increased effectiveness, a broader cascade response, and a more of a modulated response that takes into account various conditions within the body. But in addition to the ARE element, we are also targeting the proliferation of stem cells, the protection of telomeres, the end caps of our chromosomes. And so really, when you think of the name Stellamar, it's stem cells, telomeres, and ARE, antioxidant response element, combined. And that's exactly what it is. It is a synergistic formula that attacks these three primary areas of cellular degradation and aging. So it's in essence a cellular health and anti-aging product for promoting healthy longevity. Again, don't let that one slip by. I know we've been talking about another one here that I'm going to mention next, but don't let this one slip by, guys. It is a much improved version of a product that's already done close to $3 billion, guys, and it's here on the Shoply platform. So please keep that in mind. That's one of the ones out of the gate here as an anchor beta vendor product. I know a lot of you guys want to hear about Ohilo. I'm probably actually not going to be using the name Ohilo much from this point on, because what we have decided is to actually do a brand specifically for affiliates and networkers. And quite frankly, guys, that's a brand at this point that's going to be, pretty much synonymous with being specifically for Shoply. I know there are certain concerns out there that this marketplace will be used to help launch brands, and then guys may pull back and do other things. No, we wanted to make a full-on commitment to Shoply, and so this GLP-1 activator and nutrition uptake product will have a special name for this subgroup. Now, the company itself is going to focus on capsules, and we know that capsules aren't that exciting to a lot of folks. And with that, the company will offer the nutrients in a separate separate upsell product. Let's say what we're going to do for Shoply, though, is put an all-in-one comprehensive product that not only has the GLP-1 activation, but all the essential nutrients in it, to where it is just a special thing for Shoply and platforms like this. And we're going to be doing the shakes and the bars and the things that are expected within this type of premier marketplace. So the main company is going to focus on, gosh, how can we get these capsules into as many hands as possible, whereas the Shoply version of these products are going to be more comprehensive, a little more sizzle, a little more excitement surrounding them that can be communicated in the context of network marketing and affiliate marketing. So we're very excited about that. We don't actually have a brand name for you yet. So it's this GLP-1 nutrient uptake company using the Ohilo technology, and we'll have more information for you on that here shortly. The great thing with this somewhat of a delay that we've gone through here with the Shoply launch is now the Yavo products, which are really the precursor to the GLP-1 products we're talking about, the same scientist, same protein and essential nutrient scientists. These Yavo products that offer 43 essential nutrients, which we had reformulated to bring back as Re-Yavo, will now be available almost synonymous with launch. We were originally saying, hey, that one's going to be about a month after launch. But as we've had these 2 additional opportunities here to get people upgraded, the time has passed, and Yavo is ready. We have inventory ready. I spoke to Rod Larson on the phone just yesterday and the day before. We are looking to have this Re-Yavo product pretty close to the launch. I don't want you to forget this one either, guys. This is the perfect companion product to the GLP-1 activation and nutrient uptake product that will be on Shoply. This is all your essential nutrients within a food which activates the GLP-1, PYY, GIP gut hormones to allow these nutrients to be absorbed and transferred. So a lot of people are going to be using the GLP-1 product as an OMAD program, a 1 meal a day program. Well, if that 1 meal a day is the Re-Yavo product, or one of the Re-Yavo products, you've got a marriage made in heaven, guys. So I want you to be excited, not just about the GLP-1 nutrient uptake product. I want you to be excited about Re-Yavo, and I obviously want you to be excited about my Protandem 2.0 plus plus, the Stellamar product. Thank you, guys.
Paul, that's so exciting. As we know, if you're on Ozempic or one of those toxic chemicals that tricks your brain, you're probably not getting you're not being nourished at all. And it's one of the reasons there's so many side effects and such a downside, and calcium being leached from bones and loss of muscle mass, and that stuff is horrible. It's what is it, it's just a Trojan horse.
Yep.
And what we have is a product that will provide the same benefit, but help you be super nourished. And this will be a crowded marketplace. Everybody wants to use the term GLP-1 because the manufacturer of Ozempic they did $9 billion in sales in the United States last year. So we've got something that's a whole different class of product because it covers both ends of the spectrum, uh, appetite management and nutrition. And I think we're gonna make waves with this product. Very exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate everything you've done. Mark Simpson has taught me a lot about the nature of this payment plan, and how to move from just signing a bunch of people up to how to build a business and maximize your income. There's probably some things that we don't know about placement and the holding tank and some of those things at present. But Mark, you know this thing better than anybody I know, and love for you to tell us put us on a path to
Yeah,
maximize our efforts and maximize our income. So please take it
fantastic.
away.
Yeah, and let me just first, I have to say I'm so excited because I was with LifeVantage. I went to help launch Yavo, and to see this come back around is just phenomenal. And as you were talking, Paul, what struck me is our society used to seek to be great. Then it traded it for cheap, famous. And the people that happened to be famous in the past were because they did something great. And it was just fame was a byproduct of greatness, not a pursuit unto itself. And yes, we know the semaglutide and tirzepatides and the GLP-1 stuff. You can lose weight, but that's like the famous way. It's fast, it's cheap, but you don't think about the side effects. And what I love about this is the path of greatness, which is I overeat because my body is going, I need more essential nutrients. And so by going the route of healthy, not just weight loss, this to me is really this is where greatness is formed. And this is the path of health, not just weight loss. Yes, there's some perks to losing weight, but if you cut edges and you don't ultimately pursue health, yeah, it's just going to bite you in the butt long term if you even have an Ozempic butt after that. So,
Thank you, brother.
so I'm super excited about that. So let me tell you what I think on this. We have a phenomenal opportunity with Shopley to do something. Number one, vendors from time immemorial have wanted customers, right? And customers have always wanted great products. And in the past, we could walk down Main Street and we could buy from the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, and we had a personal relationship with those people. And then over time, we started moving into bigger platforms, bigger spaces, and they were brick and mortar spaces. And there was a detachment from the relationship. And so people started radio advertising. I think about Christmas Story, drink Ovaltine, all the gimmicks to advertise over the radio, and then the news print and TV and all of those things. And of course, we've moved into a whole new era, which is the influencer industry and delivery at home industry. And the people who own two things, own the networks, and people who master the communication of influence are the ones who will get ahead in this industry. Platforms, and Shopley is a platform, that industry is up 22%. Influencing influencers as a career is up 18%. And so when you look at the rule of 72, which is take 72, divide it by the percentage of growth, that tells you how many years for an investment to double. We see multi-billion-dollar industries already that are on a trajectory to double into multiple billions. I mean, just crazy billions numbers. And we're strategically positioned here in Shopley. So here's what's beautiful about Shopley, and here's what attracted me, because, gang, I was not looking for an opportunity. What I was looking for was to grow my coaching business and my real estate sales business. I am a realtor. I am a broker. I have a sales team of 7 agents. I coach 40 agents, and that was my focus. And my good friend Jake Dixon, who I've been in business with, he was also my business coach with me for a little over a year. He called me up and said, "We got to look at this." And I took a look and immediately saw the hugeness of it, that I shifted some of my attention in the nooks and crannies of my life to build this. And here's what we've got, y'all. We've got an opportunity, number one, to offer to those persons out there a pathway of a side hustle to pick up some extra money as an affiliate. Think about this. Affiliates, those people who have been wanting, and thank you, Nancy. I like my cocktail shirt too as well. It's Saturday on the Emerald Coast. But we've got something that on the side hustle, instead of having to go through affiliate marketing through Amazon where they control and they set small margins, we've got something that can help that person make $500,000, $10,000 a month. There will be some master affiliate marketers who will take all the things such as Rievo and Stellamar and what we've got with the formerly known as Ohilo product. They will take these, and there will be some that will make millions of dollars just because they know how to communicate. And so we've got an incredible opportunity. And what's the cost to become an affiliate? And that's not you. You're going to be able to be an affiliate. I'm going to be able to be affiliate, but it's free. And then $10 a month to have access to all the offers, to go out and communicate through their unboxing, through their videos, through their TikTok, through their reels, through their posts, to communicate word of mouth and receive 100% of the direct bonus that the vendor wants them to have. You know, we will win this game through affiliates. Now, the question is, do you want to just be an affiliate? I'm not. What we're talking to and who we're talking today are the influencer pros who recognize that there's a tremendous value in building the network. And so as influencer pros, we are positioned to not only be an affiliate and learn how to do that better, but to attract team builders who will attract an army of vendors and an army of affiliates and match make those two and drive true business income. And let me define business. Michael Gerber, who is the author of The E-Myth, Why Most Small Businesses Fail and What to Do About It, he says that if you can't leave your business for 3 months and it make as much in your absence as if you're present, you don't own a business. You just have the overhead on your job. And gang, we're in a pioneering phase right now that we can be building a network of pioneers who we can ultimately create that income where we can leave for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and it make as much, if not more, than if we were present, the hamster on the hamster wheel. So let me tell you what I'm doing very quickly. I recognize that in this launch, we're pioneers. I recognize that at this time, all the bugs aren't worked out. Once the bugs are worked out, once the land is all perfect, the opportunity will be there for some and many, but the big, crazy opportunity will be long past. And so what I'm doing is I'm looking for the pioneer leaders, the people who say, I'm going to go west. Maybe you saw Kevin Costner's chapter 1 of Frontier, where they're having to blaze a trail. And there were some pitfalls and arrows and battles and things, but they are the ones who ended up with the greatest territory. And that's where we are. And so I'm looking for the people who are not faint of heart, but of robust vision and great courage, who see where we are going, who see what is not yet, but what can be, not those that need to see it all detailed out and done. So what that looks like is I invite people. And I'm going to share real briefly, not the whole thing, but I am sending out to the people in my network a simple video. And that video looks like this. Are you ready? Let's see if I can hit play. Let me cancel that. Let me go to. Hey there, you just got a link from me about a business that I'm helping launch called Shoply. And Shoply is an e-commerce platform that we're launching, worldwide platform that is going to decentralize the commerce that normally sits on Amazon. We're bringing it together with local affiliates, local vendors, and I think we're about to do something really, really big. And I've checked out the company, and I think it's going to be very lucrative as well. But I wanted you to know about it. And so here's what I want you to do. If you're in the least bit interested about what I've been talking about, maybe you've seen me on Facebook, or maybe you're the least bit, you got a little bit of interest in making some extra money, click that link and confirm your information. I already put in your phone number and your email address. You're not committing to anything, but there's a little button that says upgrade. When you click upgrade, you're going to see 3 videos that explains what I'm doing, what we have in the opportunity with Shoply. Once again, you're not committing to anything, you're learning something. And as you watch those 3 videos, I want you to ask yourself, does this interest me? Is this something I could possibly see myself doing? Do I have questions? And if through that there are any yeses, here's what I ask that you do, is just shoot me back a text and say, okay, I want to take some time for Q&A. And we'll set up a time, hop on Zoom, answer all your questions, and see if this is right for you. Second thing is, if it's no, I'm not interested at all, please let me know, because what I'll do is I'll just reissue that invite. I only have a limited few ones, and I need to reissue that to somebody else. And I thought of you. I'd love for you to join me in this process if, and only if, it's a right fit for you. So click on the link, hit upgrade, watch those 3 short videos, won't take long at all. And if it's raising any questions or yeses in you, just message me back and say, all right, Q&A time, and we'll set up a time and see if this is something you can run with me on as well. Hey, thanks so much. Hope you're doing great. Look forward to hearing back from you either way. All right. That little video, I'm going into the back office, the inviting section still. I am grabbing that link, sending that link, then sending that video. And that's what I've been doing the past couple of days. And here's what's happening is I'm getting about 5 to 6 people a day that will accept the link. And out of those 5 to 6 people, after they go through that process, I'm getting 2, on average, the last 2 days that say, I want to talk more. And then we're having the conversation. As a matter of fact, as soon as I get off, I've got 2 of those follow-up conversations. And from there, it's let's do the same thing. Let's start inviting. Let's learn. And here's what I want to challenge you to do during this time. Don't wait. Start the process, because right now I see 4, 8, 12. There's 16 of us on here. Imagine if we all did that right now and we locked in. We had 5 people. 16 times 5 is going to be 80, I believe. And out of those 80, if we had 20%, that would be 16 that added to our group. And then all of a sudden now we've doubled. We've gone 16 to 16. There's 32 of us doing the same thing every single day. Gang, this is what I've done to become the largest group in our network from Jake down. And Jake was the first person to enroll under Nick Sarnicola, our president. And that's all I'm doing. Is this is an invitation process. I have a friend that kind of tested it out, and he asked 4 people and he got 4 no's, and he said, this isn't for me. This isn't for the faint of heart. I said, well, I've invited about 1,000 by now. Actually, not 1,000, probably about 500. And that 500 has led to 40. It's led to 10 really runners, to now in Jake's leg, I've got the largest network, of which y'all are a part of. And so don't be wed to the outcome, be wed to the process. Invite, then it's time to do the biz, which is but in Zoom. Invite to a Zoom, get the questions and answers, questions answered, and then run with the runners. Love those who need more information, give them more information, and just bless and release those that don't see it yet. And this is what I'm doing to build a team. My first check was had a comma in it. The next community bonus, what I will just say is time is of the essence, because the community bonus, your friends in years will thank you for the early invite. And we are early. And we're going to want to build a strong, robust team through this process. And it all starts with just simply invite, be the librarian, not the library. Don't try to explain. If somebody has a lot of questions, say, let me send you a video. Let me get you to hop on a Zoom. Let me get somebody else to answer that, because that's where duplication is coming from. That's all I've simply done, is invite and engage with those that are interested and get them more information. And the people that see it are going to run with it, period. So, John, I hope that's helpful.
Man, I want to be Mark Simpson when I grow up. Now, with that video, can we use your video and say something to our prospects like, a friend of mine told me about a video that he's been using, and I'd like you to watch that and just use your video, because not many of us can duplicate your fluid language and your expertise in explaining things.
You should have seen how many times I had to shoot it for it to come out right. So the answer is this. Yes, and I would highly, highly recommend shooting one. Don't shoot yourself. Shoot one for yourself and be imperfect.
Hmm.
Be you, be authentic, because they don't know me. I'm sending this not to strangers, but people that know me. And so I would just recommend, what I will do is that I'll drop it in the group. You can use it, but I'll also drop my script. I'll take it and let Chat GPT or what have you give you the transcript. You massage it to what works for you. You can do it even better. Shoot you a few videos. You can even slice and cut through something like CapCut, and then send that. Because at the end of the day, what's going to be most powerful is you.
Yep.
They're following you. So yes, and
Okay.
I really recommend you come from you.
If we can get kind of an outline that we can follow and do our own thing, and folks, you can record it on Zoom or any one of a number of free or
I just recorded it on my cell phone. Or gang, here's the thing. I don't like how I look on video. It's how you look on video, by the way.
Yeah.
But just do a voice memo.
Hmm.
Record a voice memo and say, hey, I'm sending you a voice memo. I want you to listen to it. Send them a voice memo where they hear the tone of your voice.
That's good.
I don't like how I sound. Well, I'm sorry. That's how you sound.
Yeah.
And that's what they're used to hearing. And they need to hear you. And so that would be my recommendation. But yes, I'll send over both.
And an audio file can easily be sent in a text message, because it just doesn't take much data.
Yeah. And what I had to do, just so you know, what I found is I could send through iMessage, iPhone to iPhone. On Android, I had to upload it to, I have a Vimeo account. You could do it to YouTube. It's a little bit more removed because doesn't look like I'm sending it directly to them. I had to upload it, but just be prepared. If you're going to Android, iPhone to Android just has a throttle on how big of a video file you can send.
Okay, but an audio file should transfer pretty easily.
Yeah. Just keep it short, sweet. And here's what I will also do. I will gladly, every evening, but Wednesday and Thursday, I'll gladly do a group Zoom and invite people. Once again, it's a biz, butts in Zoom. The person who gets the most butts in Zoom wins. So gladly do that. Every evening, we'll do this as a group.
Okay. So, and that's a good segue into talking about tomorrow. I'd like to use this group and have people who are participating in this Zoom use what you get today and prepare for a call tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Central Time. Same celebrities, but this will be open to everyone. Now, it would be for people who have at least dipped their toe in some of the information, some of the ideas, so they're not cold, but they've got some idea what they're coming to. It would be people who are at least vaguely interested, but who have questions, or people who are right on the edge, who just need a little push. because we'll have testimonials, we'll have some great information and clarity, and it could turn your business around. I mean, it could be the moment that your business really takes off.
And John, what I do is I let them do those. Upgrade tells me that they're interested. Upgrade, watch the 3 videos, then I send them a snapshot. And then after the snapshot, that's when I know there's a worthy investment of my time, because now I'm answering questions out of curiosity. I let that do the heavy lifting of sorting. If they're willing to watch 3 short videos and then a 30-minute video, and they have questions, they're serious.
The 3 short videos being what they see after they
Click upgrade.
click
But
up.
before, here's the thing is, when you send an invite, we encourage them to confirm, click upgrade, watch the 3 videos of affiliate, influencer, and influencer pro, and then we want them to get into questions. I like to send after those 3, if they're still leaning in, hey, Sean, I still like to, then I like to send them a snapshot, and that snapshot is a little bit more in depth, and it's kind of a funnel. How much more serious are they at that point?
Which snapshot do you send them?
I usually send the most recent, but Jake and I did one. I'll drop it in the Facebook messaging. Jake and I did one last week, and happily we'll drop that in as well as the link.
Can you put the link in the chat section of this Zoom?
Yeah, let me go find that.
Okay, great. Okay, Mark, thank you. Good stuff.
Man.
One thing that I wanted to mention is that to me, when we started talking about influencers, in fact, that's what Mark texted me. He said, John, how do I connect with influencers? And I said, do I look like I know Kim Kardashian or Usher? No, I don't even like influencers for the most part, because I think that they think that they are all that. Well, this whole influencer economy thing is a big deal, and I'm just starting to learn that. But looking at my own life, I realized I am an influencer. Every one of us is an influencer. Now, we might only influence 5 or 10 people. Maybe it's just our family, or maybe it's the neighborhood association, or maybe it's the people at work. But everyone wants to influence other people and persuade other people. We all have great ideas. We want to share them. We want them to be, we want to help people by influencing them. And one of the things that I really like about Shopley is that as a part of being an influencer or influencer pro, or even just an affiliate, you get training on how to be more influential by some of the top people in the industry. Not just, how do you do ads or how do you do videos, but how do you be more influential and more persuasive? How can you change the world? And I can tell you that I've spent tens of thousands of dollars and hours reading books, attending classes, watching videos, taking courses on how to be more influential, how to help people more by being more persuasive. And that's part of what we're getting through Shopley from some of the top people in the internet industry, in the internet age. So if there was no other reason than the training that we'll be getting from these influencers and these coaches, $800, it's a drop in the bucket. So Scott Brewster, I have known for probably close to a decade. And I have always been in awe of your ability to persuade and to enroll people. And by enroll, I mean to engage them. And you've done extremely well because of your skills as an influencer and a communicator. And I'd kind of like you to take it home and talk about your vision and how you think this is going to change people's lives, and what you're doing personally to share the gospel of Shopley.
Absolutely, John. Thank you. And I tell you, I've been sitting here thinking of a couple of things as we've gone through this. First of all, it's amazing to listen to Paul and the knowledge and the depth that he brings to this whole conversation. You know, I look at the skill set that Mark brings, which, by the way, never followed Mark Simpson in any kind of speaking engagement. But you know, you look at the skills Mark brings and the organization that John brings and the knowledge that Paul brings, and I guess I bring the good hair. I don't know what I bring, but I'm sitting here thinking, you know, what a great group of folks to kick this off with. And when I was listening to Paul, John, when I first got engaged with this, I'm in the health insurance space, and I've seen what those other GLP drugs are doing to people and the cost. And you know, everybody wants to look a little better for their class reunion, and they get into this, and all of a sudden they got all these side effects. So I was pulled into the whole conversation specifically with the GLP product. But as I've learned about what Shopley is over the last month, I'm sitting here, guys, overlooking the reservoir in Rankin County, Mississippi, and I'm looking out there, and I'm seeing boats doing their fishing thing, and you know, and I'm sitting here, John, thinking that the Ohilo product, as attractive as it is one hook in the water. And then all of these other dozens of vendors that come into the reservoir of Shopley with their boats, and they drop their hooks in the water. We have a tremendous opportunity with that analogy in mind, because John, in the past, you and I have done a sports app that we just loved, and you know, we thought everybody should love our sports app, you know, and we were successful. And I know Mark's done products, and he thought, man, everybody should love my product, and he was successful. What we have with Shopley is we don't have to have somebody love our particular hook in the water. Maybe Ohilo is their thing, and they come into the platform because of that. But Mark made a great comment, and this is when it dawned on me a few weeks ago. He said, Scott, you're going to introduce Shopley to all your friends and family. They're going to be excited about whatever hook you drop in the water. In this example, Ohilo is the hook in the water that excites a lot of people. But Mark said, Scott, when they get to your site, they're also going to buy a laptop, and they're going to buy a new set of tires, right? Or they're going to buy a microwave oven. I don't know. They're going to buy different things on the Shopley platform. And when you've introduced them to that platform, you're going to earn based on their economic activity and expenses on the platform. And so back to the analogy on the reservoir, you don't have to invest your time and energy in one boat. You're getting involved with Shopley because you're going to benefit from all the fish that are being caught in the reservoir. Mm-hmm. And what does that mean? I mean, how does that come home, and how do we wrap this up today? Guys, in the past, I'm a big crypto guy. I love crypto. When I talk about crypto, it's like whoosh, right over most people's heads, because most people don't want to engage in that. What I see in Shopley, I tell people, Mark, I said, look, maybe it's not for you. If you've never known anybody who's ever bought or sold anything, this probably isn't for you. But if you've ever met anybody that's ever bought or sold anything in the world, you might want to take a look at this. Nobody has yet told me, you know, Scott, I've never bought anything. I never know anybody that's ever bought anything. And, you know, obviously we all do, right? So whether it's that single mom that wants to get involved and she can't afford the 500 or the 800, none of the 100s, all she wants to do is pay nothing and pay $9.95 and start telling her tennis buddies to go to her website. Okay. But what's going to happen, guys, and this is what leads into tomorrow night, you're going to have this conversation. You're going to share some of Mark's brilliance with your friends, and you're going to talk to Larry, Moe, and Curly. And Larry, Moe, and Curly are no stooges. They're going to immediately see what this is. So you as an influencer, and it's this simple, you as an influencer are going to tell a lot of people about what's going on, and a lot of people are going to buy from you on your site. Good stuff. You're going to bump into Larry, Moe, and Curly. And Larry, Moe, and Curly are going to be excited like Mark and John and Scott and Paul, and they're going to go out there and be your disciples. We even have John and Paul and Mark, right? I mean, how close are we to discipling here? Right? So
Luke.
we need a Luke. I don't know what Scott's doing. But anyway, guys, so as you grow your influence, the exciting thing about here, and let's just wrap it up, because I could go on and on about how well this fits everybody. Nobody you know should not be excited about what we're doing. They might not want to build a team. That's understandable, but they should be curious about this ecosystem that's being built and how they can buy from your site and not feed Jeff Bezos's great grandchildren that never have to work a day in their life. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But if we can build this ecosystem of friends helping friends and friends shopping with friends, the Larry Moe and Curly's are going to pop up, and you're going to start getting an override on their activity. And that's when life, John, and I think Mark too, you've probably both been involved in companies where you got matches on your personals. So if your Larry Moe and Curly's become the disciples and they're bringing in $2,000 a month or whatever, and you're making 10% override on that 2,000, so you're getting $200 just on the override piece, in addition to all the fish being caught in the reservoir. Guys, this is a substantial opportunity. So I would encourage you. I know it's college football day and everybody's watching football, but let's try to all commit to getting 10 people that we care about on tomorrow's call, and let's just see where it goes from there. Hopefully tomorrow Mark's going to talk a lot more and Scott's going to talk a lot less, and it'll be even the more brilliant. But if 16 people can bring 10 to tomorrow night and we have 160 people sitting in the room, this is going to be quite a kickoff, and they're going to be getting involved just at the time they need to be so they can engage with that community bonus that comes into our lives next week. So with that being said, John, thank you for a little time. Mark, thank you for a little time. Paul, thank you for your brilliance. It always goes way over my head, but I know it's there. I sense it. And Mark, any closing words, or John or Paul? I'm going to throw it back to you.
Here's the thing, gang. We are early. My sponsor was the first person enrolled. I was his fourth person, and Paul was right in there, number 3. We are early to the dance. And we have the opportunity, if we don't sit back and act stingily, to invite people to something that will ripple through this country and then this world. And it will be life-changing for you. And so this is an inviting business. Invite. We have excellent seed. Just understand that when, as Jim Rohn, the late great Jim Rohn said, is when you sow excellent seed, some of it lands on poor soil and some excellent soil. And don't try to change soil. Just keep sowing, and you'll spot the good, excellent soil. And that's our job. All right.
The water.
So I'm going to wrap things up here. We have almost everybody stayed on this call. I have a link that I'll be happy to share with Paul, Scott, and Mark. And please feel free to share that with anyone that you want to. Tomorrow evening, same place. We are going to have a call that's open to everyone, prospects, people who have accepted invitations,
Old one should be right
and
there.
people who are already part of the business. So put that on your calendar. We'll send out a link to both the meeting tomorrow as well as to this call. Share it far and wide. It is limited to 100 people tomorrow, so get there early. Tell your folks to get there early, and use that as a sense of urgency about why they need to be on the call, because it's going to be packed. Anybody else? You're a great team. This is such a privilege to be associated with you guys, and we are going to make a difference in people's lives, in their health, in their sense of well-being, in their futures. Paul, you said one thing that I think is a bit of a mistake. You said that human wisdom has doubled in the last 20 years. I question that about wisdom. Now, data and
knowledge
and science, yes. Wisdom is a different thing. And I think that if we can show people the wisdom of participating in Shopley, we're going to change the world. So that's it from me. Thank you all. It was great talking with you. We'll see you tomorrow night.